Hi guys, and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. So today we're going to be learning how to build this very simple apartment complex building. This is actually a modular design, so you can actually make it in any shape, and the one I'm actually going to be doing is going to be a completely different shape to this one that we have here. But this is a really good example as I have the interiors done on it, as you can actually see here. But I'll also go over the dimensions of this one if you do want it. You can see the airbus in the air there, I just got a glimpse of that. The texture pack I'm using just to show this off, because this is my old Dakr City world, is modern HD. It just looks better in it, especially with the interior. It's kind of more leaning towards that. So with this one, we've basically got two sections coming out, then it goes in, then goes in, and you can kind of have a look at it. I'll kind of go over exactly what I'll be talking about, but all we're really going to need to learn is this little bit here, just one section, and you can see it's just kind of copy and pasted down into these sections, and it creates different floors. Then you've got different shapes, and it's really in the shapes that you go for that will make it really unique and look completely different. But this is a really good building style, and it works really nicely for the smaller apartment buildings, especially. So you can see that it's just kind of got black wool and also kind of some white. What we do have, and I'll just show you quickly in case you haven't seen that episode, small kind of shop type areas or restaurants. I'll show you the size of the apartments, and there's 4 on each floor. So we'll just go into, I don't know, this one. So got a nice little space here, space for a bathroom, a nice little kitchen area, and also it goes into like a bedroom. So, the apartments aren't small, and there's 4 of those per floor just in this size one. And then when I've gone up higher, what I've done is I've got bigger ones, just to show you what you can do with that. And I will link the episode 2 of Dakr City to this one. So there we go, we've got a bigger apartment in here, and you can see it's kind of a lot more spacious, bigger table, bigger everything really, big TV, a random little sofa area which doesn't really make any sense, and also kind of a nice bedroom, though the bed has apparently disappeared. So yeah, pretty cool over kind of in general, a nice little design, and very simple. So there we go. So I will go over kind of at the end, at least, the sections. So we'll just jump into the tutorial world, and we're going to create one slightly differently. We will also be going over these kind of air conditioning units, just putting on basically junk on the top to make it look a little bit more interesting when you actually do fly up there. Though from the kind of bottom of it, you can't actually see it, which is really nice. So let's jump in. Okay, so the materials you're going to need is something like black wool, which is going to be your pillars. You're going to need some sort of quartz and quartz stair. So obviously you can switch this out for any of those, any colour-wise. You're also going to need glass and glass panes. And I've switched back to LD Modern, which is my own texture pack. So choose your kind of main border colour. If you want to go with kind of black, go with black. And then also your kind of inside bit, we could go with something like, I don't know, anything really, sandstone or something like that. But we'll just keep it basic. But what you're going to do is we're just going to build one section, and we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to go 1, 2, 3, leave 3 of those ones. And on the 4th, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The stairs, and then stairs going the other way. So we've got upside down stairs this way, and right way up this way. What this does is it looks like a block is in the middle, but still looks quite smooth. And then behind on each of these sides, we can just go up by 1 here. And 1 here, like that. And then on the other side, we're just going to go up. And then if we did have another section, for example, so we'd then have 1, 2, 3, and then this way you're going to have your stairs. So we'll just build that up. You can see that we have this, and then this one goes back, so you've got the full block behind, just on each side. So there you go. Now you can see the kind of sections, I guess. And you can see the kind of clear divide where it actually happens. And then all you'd do is you'd put in glass on these parts, and then glass panes in between. So we've got glass here, and then glass panes in between like that. And what I advise doing is just underneath these, putting in blocks like that, and you can always, fill up these side bits. It depends on where your floor's going to be. But that is pretty much it. And I mean, seriously, that is how easy this apartment building is going to be. What we're going to do is I'll kind of talk about how big we can actually make this one. So what I'll do is I'm actually going to copy this a couple of times, and all you need to do to attach it is just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, you know, build up to as high as you need to, and just, you know, how many floors you want, put in that many floors. And there we go. Put in, for example, here, and I also need to put in some here. There's be another little section for this one. You can just go straight up like this. Same on this bit. And then just fill in these bits here and here. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that will give you another one. So you can basically just keep on bolting these on. When you want to turn a corner, and this is what we'll do now. For example, we want to go this way. We're again going to go, and I'll just find where the stair is. There's stairs there, so we're going to go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And do those stairs. Also do it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll have our black wall going up. Like that. And you can already see that this block here is the same as that one. So that actually already works in our favour. And then you just build this one going up. And again, fill in this bottom part here. And then if you grab your glass, put those in. Grab your glass panes, put those in. And then you have the corner. So the corner piece, as you can see, is very, very, very easy. And of course, if you want to go this way now, it'll be exactly the same. Just go off this point here, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll build this up. And if we go up here as well, like that. And then go across this part. And then in behind, again, just on those two side bits. That will give you the next one. Like this. Fill in with glass. And then you've got glass panes. And that will give you the other way, corner-wise. So you can see that we've created a nice little corner. So obviously you can make this kind of symmetrical. You could then go, you know, across here. You can make kind of any... Basically, shape-wise, you can go as crazy as you want. So you can see that that's pretty much it to the tutorial. Apartment buildings, especially in this very, very modular design, are really easy. So what I'll do is I'll jump back into that other world, and we can actually do that now quickly. So if we jump back into here, I'll show you what I've actually done for this one. So we've got a section of 2 here. We then move back by 1 section, and then it goes across. And then we've got 1 section here. Then we've got another 2. And then the actual walls are 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that does exactly the same. You just got 2 here, goes in, and you got 2 here, and you got your 4. Now what I advise doing for the roof is you still have this top part here, but you put iron bars going across, and just fill this in with something like light grey wool. For these boxes, what I usually do, and I'll just create another one. I'll just grab rail. I'm also going to grab cobblestone slab or something like that. If you just build basically a box with your iron, put your rails on, so that makes a kind of circular bit. You can also grab trapdoors and put these on. So I'm going to put trapdoors all the way around the outside, like that. Then cobblestone slabs or any types of slabs. And actually I'd bring it from here and just connect them in, make it look like a little bit of wiring, well not wiring, but tubing is going across. Then you can also grab your cobblestone walls and also your fences, and you just add on a couple little bits like that. But you can kind of see that how easy that is. What I would recommend, this middle section that I've got of 1, I would actually probably, now that I've done this, I'd make this 2. Make this 2 wide. And I've actually made this bottom floor a little bit bigger. So instead of having those section of 3 there, you could obviously extend this and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 before going into your cross bits. That would actually be fine. I've done 4 on the bottom here so that we get like a little bit here. So when you've got a raised, if you've done the stone slabs and had those raised up, it doesn't really interfere with it, so it's not kind of cutting into here. If it was down there, you'd be cutting into this part, for example. So it doesn't cut into there, and you can either choose a step down, and all I've done is just done a kind of circular one here, or you can actually do a step upwards. It's completely up to you. And what the 2 blocks actually gives us, as you can see here, we've got 2 blocks. It gives you enough for ceiling lights, and I actually don't like these ones that I had in here. But if we just jump back into that tutorial world, right here. Good God, and you get glaringly bright sunshine. So if we grab, I don't know, some sort of lighting, say we've got, we're going to continue the courts. Now we'll just continue into these parts. You can either, of course, fill in those bits on the walls, or you can leave them. You can also do stuff like this and create kind of little stylistic bits, especially on these bits, and maybe even do stuff like that, or whatever. It's you kind of have to mess around with it until you're happy with some sort of design. We got a roof here. We can then put in, I don't know, lighting. Let's put in a couple of, well, maybe not there. That was a bit weird. Try and get it kind of even-ish. You don't want to be too over the top with lighting, but because we've got that extra block, we can then grab some other type of block and put it on the top there, so it doesn't interfere with them, but it still looks on the outside like we've only got one block. But you can come up with pretty much any shape, and I will be using this design in Dakr City as well. So if you guys want to see what I do with mine, you can kind of just experiment, but do experiment with different sizes and different shapes, and just kind of go in weird directions. Don't be afraid to make it bigger as well. Make it as big as you want, and they can just basically copy and paste going upwards, and maybe when you get higher, you then change the shape on top of that shape and go up. If we actually jump into, where is it? New Dakr City is somewhere around here. There we go. If we actually jump into New Dakr City, this skyscraper that I've got currently working on is a different style, but it's still modular. It's just kind of a little bit more advanced modular. But you can see what's going on here. I kind of go up, and then I switch the shape, and that adds a lot of interest. And you can see this one's huge. This building is actually huge compared to that small apartment building that we actually had. So what you can do is you can just expand that as big as you need to get a kind of skyscraper. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully that gives you an idea of how to make a modern apartment. Very, very simple, especially with this design. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.